Hi guys, welcome to Big Loss Official. Today is 9 weeks since my surgery on the Achilles, and woohoo, I managed to deadlift today. High five. Liz is in the video today because a lot of you guys seem to think she knows what she's on about and wanted to see her in front of the camera. God knows why, but I've let her in front of the camera today, so we can have more of a chat than me just talking to everyone there. So she does know a little bit about Strongman. She doesn't know anything about any other sport, but she does follow Strongman, obviously.
I know stuff about darts.
Darts and Strongman. That's about it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Do you know how to deadlift?
Yes.
Good, because that's what we're going to talk about. Well, we're going to talk about rehab firstly, and deadlifting, because I managed to deadlift today, and that's a big step. I'm very, very pleased.
I've got something in my eye.
Good. Right, so a lot of you guys are kind of, when you see me doing things to do with my rehab, some people have a lot of questions. A lot of people wonder how you should rehab certain injuries, and I get kind of people telling me to be careful and I shouldn't be doing this or that. So firstly, I speak to my doctors and I speak to my physios before I do anything.
It's getting redder and redder. Look at it.
Do you want to go and sort yourself out while I
I'm
talk
going
to
to have
everyone?
to.
You go.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, talking rehab, I speak to my doctors, I speak to my physios. I'm not just kind of not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not kind of just going in the gym and having a go at stuff and, thinking everything will be rosy. I understand that there's a process I have to go through and you can't rush anything. Now, I deadlifted 140 kilos for 5 sets of 5, and then I did a last set of 10 reps just to push it that little bit harder. 140 kilos for me is very, very light. To be honest, when I'm deadlifting normally, that's my normal kind of first set would be 140 kilos. I'm 152 kilos right now, and normally when I'm competing, I'm about 160 kilos. So my body weight is heavier than the weight that I'm lifting. I'm walking around on 150 kilos every single day. So 140 kilos extra isn't a huge strain on the tendons or on the muscles, but it is a good start. It's a start to kind of start stressing the muscles, stressing the tendons, and a step back into deadlifting. Last week the boot came off, and I've been out of the boot for a week. Walking around, walking's been absolutely fine. I'm not quite rolling the foot how I should be yet, so still working on walking. Almost every day that I'm in the gym, I'm doing stationary bike work, just 10 minutes on a really low setting, just to get the movement through the leg and through the ankle, getting blood flushed into the area, and just to try and start slowly building up the calf muscle, because there was a little bit of wastage there. It's not looking too bad, but it's a bit jelly-like at the moment. Kind of, size-wise, it's not really lost too much, but I've definitely lost weight in the legs. I'm about 10 kilos lighter, and upper body-wise, I feel okay, but a little bit of it's come off the legs. But that will come back quickly. It's nothing that I'm too worried about.
You've been bullied about your calves in the past, though, haven't
My
you?
skinny calves, yeah, I've got by with them, so I've done okay with truck pulls and moving events with skinny calves, so we'll take it. But Liz is in the video today.
Not much use at this point.
Sorted your eye out?
Yeah. Eye is fine.
Good. How have I been doing with my recovery?
You've done well. Yeah, you've been pleasantly
Said behind
positive.
pretty teeth.
It's been fine.
No,
No,
I
you're
haven't.
fine. You've been really positive considering. I mean, we've been through much worse, haven't we? This is definitely one of your more serious injuries in terms of
I think
long-term impact and recovery time.
I think an Achilles tear is actually a finisher for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm just too stubborn to let anything finish me. So I'm not even scared of getting injured anymore. I've sort of gone through the process so many times that it's just part of what happens. And I've been focusing a lot on my online coaching. So I train a lot of people. I'm kind of focused on that right now. That's taking up the majority of my time. And I'm just going to enjoy kind of competing. I'm doing some arm wrestling.
You've joined some gangs, haven't you?
I've joined an arm wrestling club, which is great fun. Very, very good club, actually. Had no idea that it even existed until a few weeks back. But I've been going for 4 weeks now. The guys are brilliant. Some really, really good arm wrestlers, British arm wrestlers. There's a guy who came second in the British Championships last year and only really lost because of some technical fouls. He is a beast. I say he's British Championships, but he's from Lithuania. All the strong guys seem to be from Lithuania. And there's a load of good lightweight guys in there that are all kicking my ass, but every week I'm improving, and I'm really just enjoying the kind of challenge of having something new, feeling like a beginner again, and it's just exciting and fresh. So I'm really enjoying that.
You've joined a darts gang as well.
I have. I've joined a darts team. I like darts. I'm not very good, but it's just something to occupy an evening. So yeah, just kind of trying to keep things nice and fresh, and darts takes my mind off all my training and everything else. So I just like throwing some darts, and went for practice yesterday and it went okay. Hit a couple of 140s, so I was happy with that. Hit some doubles, so I thought I'd be terrible, so I held my own. That was the main thing. I think, worst case scenario, I could just throw them at the darts, or if it goes really bad, but no, I won't do that. And I've started to think about what I want to compete in next year. I want to do some powerlifting, definitely.
I think the what's the one they're doing in London? Royal
Albert Hall.
That would be
I definitely
really
want to
good
compete at that. So next summer I think will be. I think the British will be a bit too soon. I think the goal will be to be back in Strongman by next summer. Although I think I can get back squatting and deadlifting quite quickly. The real issue is going to be the truck pulling, yoke, farmer's walk, maybe some of the explosive kind of push pressing movements, anything that's kind of really explosively powerful through the Achilles. They're going to take the time, and what I need to be really careful with. So I think a good kind of solid base to build from will be to focus on powerlifting. Probably look at doing tattooed and strong next year. I competed in that a few years back. It's a push-pull contest. So bench and deadlift, which are probably two of my, I wouldn't say weak, I'm a good deadlifter, but my bench is probably my weakest lift in terms of powerlifting strength. I've done 220 in a comp, and my best in the gym is 227. So by no means a huge bench presser. Squatting and deadlifting wise, I'm a little bit more competitive, and I feel with a bit of focus on bench rather than overhead, I can bring that up a little bit. And if I can get my deadlift and squat to where I think they can be, then I expect to put some big numbers up in powerlifting. And been talking to Seb Orp, who is the Australian strength coach, who is going to help me with some prep for some powerlifting, so that'll be really good. And then hopefully after that, get back into strongman, and I may, like I said, may even do an arm wrestling competition as well, but I need a bit more practice first. And I'm just kind of, for those that ask me what I'm going to do, am I doing powerlifting, am I doing strongman? I've taken the pressure off myself of trying to win world's strongest man now. That's kind of gone. I'm not competing worlds next year, that's definite. But I love competing, and I just want to do it for fun. And sometimes when I do it for fun, I'm actually better. I competed at Europe's for fun and I won. So, I'm not putting that stress of having to kind of place in certain positions. I'm focusing on business elsewhere. And strongman for me again is a hobby, and it's a fun hobby that I enjoy. I've always loved competing, and we're in a good place with it, aren't we? Yeah.
Good place mentally and
I feel positive.
and physically. And...
So one of the reasons I've got Liz on this video is last year you did a vlog on a vlog.
No,
blog. I do the vlogs apparently. She did a blog on what it's like to be married to a strongman. So I wondered if any of you guys had any questions you wanted to direct to Liz this time rather than myself. Ask away.
I'll be completely honest.
She will. She doesn't know. You're rubbish at kind of filtering things. I'm probably a little bit better at that. But
I think I'm really diplomatic. I'm just too honest. Get myself into trouble.
Yeah, she'll probably get me into trouble too.
I have a fast mouth.
You do. Easy.
Not as fast as yours, clearly.
So any questions you have for Liz, please feel free to ask. It could be very entertaining and embarrassing to me.
And me.
Anything else to report back this week? It's just been a busy week really, hasn't it, with work and family stuff.
Taking on some new clients, haven't you?
Yeah, got some new clients. If anyone's interested, check out my website. We'll put a link in the description for online coaching. And I also sell generic training programs on there as well, but the online training, really what you kind of get with that is it's bespoke programs specifically for you, and you get constant WhatsApp contact. I monitor training videos. One of the things I kind of specialise in is working the mental side as well of sport. A lot of people kind of overlook that, and they kind of struggle to cope with the pressures of competing and the pressures of doing this sport. It is tough, you know, and the higher up the level you go, that can often affect a lot of people. And it's something that I kind of work pretty well with a lot of athletes. But if you're interested, check out the link. Liz will sort that, because she's sorting
I'm the
videos.
tech woman, apparently.
Yeah, well, when Will's not here, we put you in charge. But no, that's really it for now. It's great being back in the gym. I haven't started squatting yet. I'm probably going to start squatting next week.
That would be scary.
No, I think squatting will be okay.
No, for me.
Yeah, it'll be scary for you, but I'm probably going to just use 100 kilos. I was saying earlier with the rehab stuff, you know, I've spoken to my doctors and I know what I'm allowed to do. I'm not going to jump. Today, the 140 kilos, even for 10, was easy. But it's focusing on movement, focusing on going through the movement pattern, letting the Achilles get used to a bit of extra weight. Honestly, I probably have the strength to deadlift 300 plus. But that would be stupid, because then you're starting to recruit much more muscle fibers, you're going much closer to your heavy weights, and then there's a chance of re-injuring something. So with the weights I was using today, you know, it's basically 300 kilos off my max. It's not a heavy weight, but it's stressing the muscles, getting blood into the area, and you know, it's the start of the rebuild. And I hope to next year pull at least 400 kilos in a powerlifting contest, and I'd like to pull. I really want to pull 1,000 pounds in a strongman comp. I got close.
In a strongman comp?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, deadlift. Sorry.
Yeah, with straps.
I thought we were talking totals, kilos.
No. I want to do. My goal is 900 pounds in powerlifting raw, just using a belt, and then strongman comp with get it up by any means necessary, 1,000 pounds. They're two of my deadlift goals. I honestly believe once my leg strength is back, I can squat a big number. It's just the bench that lets me down, but hopefully with Bass on board, I can bring that up a little bit and put a big total up. I would like and expect myself to get at least close to 1,050 kilo total. I think Graham Hicks will still beat that when he competes in big dogs.
He doesn't have a weak lift, does he?
No, Graham's good all round. I could compete with him on the squat and deadlift, but he'll probably bench a British record in his first powerlifting competition, which is it's going to be cool to watch. I hope he does it. But yeah, other than him, I think I can beat most of the top guys. I'm not, I say I'm a bad bencher. It's at 230. If I could bench 230 in a comp, it's not terrible, particularly in the British standards.
Yeah.
But I'd need to be over 250 really to compete at world standards. But yeah, that's it. I'm just enjoying training, loving it. Really fun to be back deadlifting, even though it was 140 kilos. You know, there's girls lifting that more than that in my gym. But
it's pretty cool to be able to say though it's 300 kilos off my max, isn't it? Like, for some people,
I guess that's a start, isn't it?
But no, but to say something's 300 kilos away from your max, the amount of people who will never max 300 kilos, you know, it's perspective, isn't it? It is,
I guess. And, you know, I try and, you know, with clients and with other people that watch, you know, I try and remind them that it's all, you know,
it's all relative.
All relative, yeah. So for me, you know, I might be lifting light weights. For someone else, it can be a heavyweight. But trust me, the PB sensation is the same for me as it is for you guys. That, you know, whether it's a 500 kilo deadlift or a 100 kilo deadlift, if it's a PB, it's a enjoyable experience. And if you're anything like most strongmen, you'll be happy with it for about 5 minutes, and then you want more. That's just natural. It's good to want more. It makes you get back in the gym and keep pushing yourself. But I will keep pushing myself. I will prove that I can come back from this.
I will keep pushing him too.
She will. We're going to do some cooking videos as well, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put my penny on.
Delia Liz.
Yeah.
Laurence Ramsey.
Right, I hope you enjoyed the quick video, guys. If you don't want to see Liz, comment below and we'll get rid of her.
Yeah, bye.
And I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.